The University of Oregon is located in Eugene, a city of 80,000 people, situated in the lush Willamette River Valley, midway between Cascade Mountains and the Pacific Ocean.
Touchdown! Stewart! Yeah, I got your speed right here.
Hey, ball corner 10, outside 5. Are you kidding me?
I'm really proud of where this team's at. We got a lot of work to do.
What's the deal, Duck family? I am Kenjon alongside my guy Jay Stu, and we want to welcome you to another episode of the Ducks of a Feather podcast. Today we'll be diving back into the massacre that took place at the big house, what turned into the little house, the church house, the quiet house, the losing
the library.
house. Yeah.
The dog house.
That house was disrespected this past weekend. And then we'll also jump in. We'll also jump into the upcoming game versus Maryland that's coming up this weekend. Stu, how we doing, baby?
Fantastic, brother. How you doing?
Blessed, highly favored, woke up on top of the dirt, and the dirt not on top of me. So guess what? It is an amazing day. It's a blessed day with another opportunity. You feel me?
I feel you, my dog.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Man,
sir. Yes, sir.
Let's get to it,
Let's
man.
get to it.
Oregon went up in there and stepped all over their couch.
I want you to say it right. You see, here's the thing that we need to understand about Stu. Stu edits a lot of things. I don't know if you guys catch, the analogies that he's actually using, but Stu edits on spot. He's like an on spot editor. What he just said right now, those are not the exact words. So Stu, come on.
We went up in there and swung a bat and broke all the things, all the chandeliers. We tore down all the doors. We
That
took
is
the
not the
hoods off the
analogy. What happened
garage.
to the analogy?
We
You went
lit
another
a fire
direction.
in their house.
Uh-huh.
We whooped that. We whooped that tail.
Am I being a bad friend right now? Because I know you're trying to stay strong. I'm trying to
Man,
pull
we
you
whooped their
down.
ass.
Yeah,
We whooped their
yeah,
ass.
yeah.
We beat the dog breaks out of them, man. Look, they ain't had no chance. We kind of gave them a little hope. You know what I'm
Did we?
saying? Tied in and all that. We'll get to that later. But what we did do, we went up in there and we made ourselves at home. We treated the big house like an Airbnb.
You are 1,000% right. You were heading down this direction, but I'm going to go ahead and say it like it's supposed to be said. We went in their house, put our feet on their couch and said, "Get your couch."
Forget your couch.
Forget your couch. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah. Well, I'm being a bad friend, a
Hey,
terrible
man,
friend.
look, you trying to bring out the demon in me, boy. Listen.
No, I don't want to do that. But listen, them boys went out there and acted devilish on the Michigan Wolverines, did they not?
Yes, they did.
Listen,
yes,
they went
they
out
did.
there, took care of it, 38-17. This was the most points scored on Michigan this season. So shout out to the Ducks going out there and getting it done and doing it in a phenomenal way. But before we go any further into this game, I want to stop at this third quarter. I want to stop at this second half, which was not impressive to me.
No.
I tweeted, someone asked me if I'm watching the game during the third quarter. I said I'd rather watch paint dry. Like,
It's
for
a good
real.
one.
It's awful. It is awful. We came out like we took halftime, took a nap, and didn't wake up. Whether it was from a play calling standpoint, whether it's from an energy standpoint, whether it was from an execution standpoint, third quarters are just they're just not good for us right now. And we have to figure that out going forward, because once you get into, I'm not even going to go to the playoffs yet, but when you get to this Big Ten championship, you want to be rolling in all areas and all phases at all times. You don't want to get to the playoffs or the Big Ten championship and still have the third quarter kind of be the thorn in your side. We haven't played well in third quarters yet. I haven't seen one where I can say, you know what? I like this. It was terrible. The second half to me was awful.
Yeah, bro. 3 points in the third quarter, right?
Ridiculous.
I mean, you got to basically treat the beginning of the second half like the first quarter of the game. You know what I'm saying? You get out what you put in.
Yeah.
And, we've been doing really well in the first half. We came out, scored like we were supposed to in the first quarter, finished the second quarter off at 21 points. That 21-point advantage there going into the second half, that's got to be your momentum.
Yeah.
Like, you got to look at that. Wow. Like, let's continue to stack. Let's continue to step on their neck. When you get to the playoffs, when you get to the championship game, they're bringing everything they got.
Yeah.
Because it matters. But yeah, you're totally right. We have to do better in the second half, third quarter especially.
It's almost as if we build up these big leads in the first half and we say, okay, that's enough. We're up 21, we're up whatever it is, that's enough. That'll get the win. Being the number one team in the nation, you have to not only build a lead, but you have to put teams away and keep them away. You got to be able to put your foot on their throat. Like, you have to have a killer mentality. I'm not seeing that just yet. Not to say that it can't be there and that it won't be there, but at this point in time, I'm not seeing that killer mentality. I'm not seeing that Mamba mentality. I'm gonna go to Kobe. That's my guy. So I'm not seeing that killer instinct. I'm not seeing that shark in the water that smells blood. I smell blood. I need to go kill whatever it is. That's the mentality that this team needs to have. And I'm not seeing that as of yet. You want to crush their hope. You want to crush their dreams. I remember I had an opportunity to hear Kobe talk. He came and talked to us when we were in Philadelphia. And this dude is sick. This dude is sick.
Yeah, I want to hear about
He's
that.
sick. And so he's talking to us. And the question was asked, why did you go at guys the way you went at them? He said, because I wanted to make you question every life decision that you made. I wanted to make you question, why did I ever pick up a basketball? Why did I ever decide that I wanted to play? He said, I wanted to ruin everything that was positively built up in your mind about this game. I wanted to ruin it. I wanted to break it, and I wanted to take it away. When you walked off that court, I wanted you to feel like I need to go find another job to do. That's killer instinct. That's a killer mentality. That's that Mamba mentality that he talks about. And that's what I want this team to have, because you have the talent, you have the coaching staff. Just go out and do it. That's it.
Yeah, man. When I was in high school, I had a coach, Mark Rubidoux. He always told me, he said, hey, you want to get to college, right? I'm like, yeah. So you got to play like a college football player. You're playing against high schoolers. You have to make these kids, they need to look like middle schoolers.
Need to feel inferior.
So I took that approach, man. I got to college. I'm like, okay, I'm playing at the college level. I want to play like I'm playing in the pros. And so basically, I got to treat some of these college guys like they're in high school.
Point blank period.
You know what I'm saying?
When you get to this playoff and you're playing the Texas, you're playing the Georgias, you're playing these type of teams, you're not going to have room to let off the gas, because they're not going to let off. So we got to just get that going. We got to change this second half.
It felt good that you didn't mention Alabama.
Don't nobody care about no Roll Tide.
They rolling, all right.
Yeah, they rolling in the wrong direction. In the wrong direction. Y'all boys rolling downhill the wrong way, okay? Anyway, in college and in the NFL, you have your first 15. Make a first 15 for that second half.
Scripted plays.
Yeah, make a first 15 for that second half. Like, come in with an idea of what you want to do, whether or not it works. But have an idea. It kind of looks like we're just kind of feel our way back into the game. No, okay, this is what we're coming in with in the second half. First play of the game.
I always like that. Hey, baby, we running straight downhill, just like you was asking.
Yeah, this what we're doing. This what we doing.
So now it's put on me as a player.
Yes.
I'm now going to my offensive line and saying, hey, look, we running low power. So let's get this. Like, so that way we can keep running. It's our favorite play, so we got to make them want to call it.
Yeah, go to your players. Put that on your players. Hey, what do you want to run? What do you want to come out with? Go to Dylan. Go to Jordan James. Go to Stewart. Go to Traeshon and T. Ferg and Tez and all these different guys. Go to your guys. Hey, listen. What's going to get you going in the second half? What do you want to see? What do you want me to call? Okay, boom. Now I know what my players want. Because here's the thing, as an offensive coordinator, the best team that I played on was the Philadelphia Eagles, and I'll always go back to that. But that team was so great to me. It was, one, because of the environment that we had in the locker room, but the second thing was the trust that the coaches had within the players. As I said on an earlier episode, Doug Peterson, Frank Wright, Deuce would come to us as players. Hey, what do you guys want to run? What do you guys think about this play? As a leader, and when you're in a leadership position, it's not just your job to lead. It's your job to figure out how to lead. And sometimes you got to go to those that you're leading, turn to them, give them information, ask them questions, and see what they desire. And that's going to help you go forward. But anyway, let's get off that subject. DG completed 22 of 34 passes, Stu, for a grand total of 294 yards. Threw one touchdown pass and added 23-yard rushing touchdown. Jordan James went crazy per usual. My guy is continually doing his thing and continually showing up. 23 carries for 117 yards and 2 tutties, okay? And shout out to the man Traeshon. I was happy to see him back in the fold, and obviously I think he came back in the way that he did due to the injury to Tez, but came back and was explosive and was who we know him to be. And I'll continue to say to him, continue to be who you are, but don't allow that fire to consume you. What do you think about Traeshon stepping up the way that he did, bro?
I love it. You know, whenever a guy goes down, you hate that, but it provides an opportunity. That's the nature of this game. And, Traeshon, obviously a heck of a player, has his quarterback's trust, and that's the main thing, right? Traeshon, after what happened against Ohio State, clearly it was an emotional response, but he served his time. You know what I'm saying? And he stayed. He stayed.
Now my man did a prison bid.
He stayed, but he stayed the course too, though. But not just he stayed the course. It says a lot about what this says. It says a lot about Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah.
I listened to that press conference, and Dylan Gabriel had nothing but praise to give Traeshon, and especially the way he prepared. It almost was like a wake up call. Sometimes we need that in our life, and we have these self-inflicted wounds that we have, and that we put ourselves in bad situations. But by the grace of God, he's able to step on the field again and have an opportunity in a moment, and have a quarterback to deliver the ball to him with confidence. That was an amazing performance by him. A bounce back game, whatever you want to call it. We needed him.
1,000%.
And he showed up big.
I want to make it clear. We love Traeshon. We don't
we don't
want to get any sort of confusion about how we feel. I think he's a hell of a player. I think he'll be playing on Sundays. And honestly, with his energy and the way that he approaches his game, he's kind of the tone setter for that offense, in my opinion. He's aggressive. He's fiery, and you need those kind of guys. But staying in that receiving room, we got to talk about a catch that could be up there for catch of the year. It didn't count. But
it didn't count.
But listen, sometimes as a ref, you just got to take your whistle out your mouth, okay? Take it with you.
Hey, brother,
bro, my fault.
Let that stand for a little bit.
Pick that flag up. My fault. If here's the thing, don't let me be a ref, because if I see something like that and I'm the one that threw the flag, no, I made a mistake. Let me pick that up. Pick that thing up and put it in your pocket, boy. Because listen, that catch was phenomenal, boy. Listen,
fire.
It wasn't. As a defender, I'm embarrassed. My pride is hurt. I didn't make this boy. Yeah. Listen, whether it counted or not, you made his highlight tape, young fella.
Oh yeah.
So you,
I'm surprised they didn't go back to him.
Yeah,
just like that.
Yeah,
I would have went right back out. Oh, 1-on-1s like that.
Run that same play.
Can't cover him like that. But one thing I want to point out is the punt return. Tez Johnson gets hurt. Obviously, we got a young boy that comes in and takes his place, and the moment's really big. You in the big house. And now you get a chance to catch a punt return, and accidents happen. But I just want to point out, I'm not going to harp on this kid. There was a bit of a momentum shift there, because from the beginning of the game, our defense, it looked like they weren't going to have no yards throughout the game.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And all it takes is for one thing to happen, like a muff punt, to basically give that team confidence. Oh, wait, something went right. Something went our way. That muff punt was definitely, wet blanket, in that first half. But
you said it was a wet blanket?
Yeah, wet blanket.
I ain't heard that
one.
You
like wet blankets?
I ain't heard that one.
Do you like wet blankets?
No.
Do you like wet blankets?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. No one likes wet blankets,
Listen,
brother.
Put me up on
I
game,
don't like. I don't like sitting. I don't like sleeping in no wet blanket.
Okay, bet. Put me up
Spill
on
some
game.
water on your.
Boy, Stu.
Spill some water on your blanket.
That boy, Stu been around old folks.
Hey now, yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Hey man, get that wet blanket up off your boy.
No, but look, you're absolutely right. And the only thing that is going to help Pelham is experience. He'll learn from that. He'll grow from that. But I'm gonna tell the young fella, listen, when you get in games where the temperature is not as favorable, where it's not too hot, as a returner, them sleeves, they got to go. They don't agree with the ball.
Yeah.
They don't like each other. That ball is slippery in them sleeves. It's cold. The ball is slippery itself. That's not going to help you as a returner. So that would be my advice to him.
But don't be out there looking cute, basically.
Yeah, don't be looking. I remember Sproles told me, bro, I had sleeves on preseason. I think it might have been preseason, or it was a cold game, whenever it was. But bro pulled me to the sideline and grabbed scissors. Start cutting my sleeves. I said, bro, he said, take that off your arm. This ain't no beauty contest. I said, okay. I said, okay, you're right.
Yeah.
There's a lot to learn from this game. There's a lot to pick up and grow from. There's a lot of good. There's some bad. But over and all, we got the victory, and that's all you can ask for. So with that being said, Jay Stu, We got Maryland coming into town this week. Let's jump into this game. You know, Maryland's sitting 1-4 in Big Ten play, 4-4 overall record. This is the first ever meeting between the Ducks and Maryland. First ever. So there's no history. History starts on Saturday.
History, huh?
No history. The history starts on Saturday. So what side of history do you want to be on?
Yeah, let's give a history lesson on Saturday.
Yeah. Ooh.
The terrapins. What is a terrapin?
The turtle.
I don't even know it.
Ain't it?
What is a terrapin?
It's a turtle.
Huh?
It's a turtle.
It's a turtle?
Ain't it?
Okay. What did the turtle say to the duck? Ready for this?
Tell me.
He said, "Slow down. You're moving too fast. I can't keep up."
What? What? Dad joke right here. You've been telling jokes to
Dad
Kaya.
joke
You've
for
been
you,
telling jokes
ladies
to
and
Kaya.
gentlemen.
You've been telling jokes to Kaya.
Listen, whatever Maryland got going on, I know they got the receivers, but that quarterback is going to be having nightmares because this front seven is going to be flying all over the place. And if we come out like we came out against Michigan in that first drive, defense, they don't stand a chance. They don't stand a chance anyway.
They don't.
But like, if you were college, you want to at least, put on for your college.
Right.
They ain't going to be able to put on for their college.
Ain't no putting on. Ain't no putting on. Maryland, again, this isn't a team that should hang around. This isn't a team. This shouldn't even be a game going into the second half, in my opinion. This game should be over, wrapped up, and we should have our reserves in there getting reps, getting ready for what could come their way if anything was to happen. This should be a quick game. Point blank, period. There's nothing else that needs to be said. It's over now. It's over now.
Yeah, well, should we even talk about them?
Yeah, you got to talk about them. You got to get the people what they want, but
all right, what do people want?
They want a blowout. Listen, I'm the all people. Right. I'm the people. Let me tell you,
I'm the people too.
I want to see 50. Can I get 50? Can I get a 50 ball? Please, man. Let me get half of $1.
Yeah, man.
Please
Shoot.
Put 50 on these boys. You can and you should.
I'm tired of these 20-piece.
20 and 30-point games. I don't like this. Get me excited.
Yeah, man.
Wake me up. I want to look at the score a couple of times like, damn, I can't believe that. They really put it on them boys.
Give me the big bag of potato chips.
You don't want no fun size bag.
Not the regular. Not the fun size.
We don't want no fun size. We want the party bag.
Yeah, the party bag.
We want the party bag. Package. Yeah, we want to get in that bag. Get in your bag, Oregon. Blow these boys out.
Get in that bag. Let's talk about the complications, though.
Okay. What complications are we speaking of?
We have some injuries.
Okay.
All right, Tez. We got offensive linemen banged up. What should that do for an Oregon team that's riding on all cylinders?
It shouldn't do anything, and it's been proven when Birch went down. Guys are stepping up left and right. It shouldn't do anything. The young kid, Justice Lowe, has been playing out of his mind, has been stepping up every single time something has happened, whether it be Traeshon not being there. He's made plays. He's made big plays. He catches the ball. He's getting downfield. He's doing everything that he needs to do. So from a receiver standpoint, there's no letdown. You still have Stu. You still have Trey. You still have Justice. Not only that, T. Ferg goes down. Who steps in? Kenjon Sadiq. There was no letdown. You can't look at Oregon film from when you have all your starters healthy outside of the O-line until they made their changes. But from a skill position, you can't turn Oregon film on and say, oh, hey, there's a drop-off right here when this guy goes out the game. There's none of that. So from a player standpoint, nothing changes. Nothing changes because we talked about it, depth. This team, this is the deepest team that has ever come through Oregon. Point blank, period. This team has depth, 1, 2, 3, and probably 4. We probably haven't even seen the 4th guys yet. But this team has depth, and that's what you need, and nothing should look different. There shouldn't be they shouldn't hold back play call wise. That's not required because you still have guys that are in there that are there to make plays and continue to make plays in the absence of those who we're accustomed to seeing in that play. So nothing changes.
Yeah, one of the things I'm looking forward to is, the 2 tight end sets, right? 12 personnel, 21 personnel. We're going to see a lot of that, I hope. You got Ferguson, Kenyon Sadiq. Man, I mean, basically,
so? I don't think we're going to change up like that. I really don't.
I think we've started seeing it last game.
Yeah, we see.
You know what I'm saying? The packages.
Yeah, okay.
I think you can start depending on that and getting used to it now. Tez Johnson is absent. He's supposed to come back at some point, right?
The way that look,
But
Tez won't be there for probably 4 to 6 weeks.
right, and so with that being said, you gotta start getting these things going now, right? You gotta figure out what that package looks like. What's the ceiling, right? What's the baseline? But there is an opportunity too now to get those younger guys in, and so especially when you're playing in Maryland, a team like Maryland, where you're supposed to steamroll them, and so hopefully, what I would like to see is those 2 tight end sets, but I would also like to see how the younger boys step up to hopefully come in and play at some point, third quarter maybe, if we handle business in the third quarter for once,
Right.
and get these younger guys some tread on their wheels. I think we have our schedule very lined up perfectly
The schedule's favorable.
in the sense of
very favorable.
yeah. I think as a coach, you are looking at ways to grow.
But getting to that 2 tight end set you was talking about, I don't know if I want to see it. Save it. If it's there and you guys are working on it in practice, save it. Especially against a team like Maryland. There's no need to show any new wrinkle. It's no disrespect to Maryland, but I'll continue to say it. You're undermanned for an Oregon football team. This Oregon football team is built a little bit different. These guys are different these days, and you're undermanned. You don't necessarily have the talent to keep up, and you shouldn't. So it's no disrespect to you, but it's just you don't have the players that you need to compete. So I would not expose. Honestly, I think the toughest game for us in this last little stretch is going to be going to Wisconsin, just not knowing what the weather will be up there, and we'll get to that game when that game comes. But like I said, these last 3 games are very favorable. They're in our favor. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't show anything new until I needed to. Once we hit the
No,
playoffs,
I can agree with that. I can get down with that.
yeah.
I just like 2 tight end sets because that means
You just
if
like
I'm a
power
running back,
football, bro. That's
I'm a
why you
running
like
back.
2 tight end sets. You want to play power football. You want to run A gap
Yeah.
to A gap. You want to hit your head on
the
somebody.
ball. Run the
That's what you want to
ball.
do. So listen, I got a question for you. Do you think this 2,800-mile trip Maryland is coming on is going to affect them in any way?
It don't matter. Whatever they are is affecting them. They already have an
Ooh,
infection.
that is a bar. Time and distance don't matter. Who you are is who you are, and it ain't enough.
Yeah, baby. Yeah,
You-
man. Unless
well,
you can teleport to another time when y'all was good.
Damn. Teleportation, huh?
Pow, pow, pow.
Yeah, shots fired. Shots fired. So look, the Ducks are a 25.5-point favorite in this game. Are we going over or are we going under?
Man, look.
You taking too long. That mean you thinking.
Rover, Red Rover, send Kenjon right over.
They're going over? They're
Man,
going
we
over?
over, bro. Because it's already
We
over.
cover. Listen, Maryland, this is no disrespect. Blame your coaches for not getting the players in that they need, okay? Blame the university for not having the money that they need to go out there and spend in the NIL. But listen, Oregon covers, bro. They cover, but 25 is just a stretch for me. It's a stretch, and I'm going to go under.
I have faith that third quarter is going to be special. And I
don't want to see the third quarter. I don't want to see the third quarter well against a terrible team. I want to see the third quarter against a good team.
Man, I want to see it, period. We ain't seen it. So look,
All right,
beggars
fair
can't
enough.
be choosers.
I beg to differ. I beg to differ. But listen, that's all we got time for today. Hope you enjoyed the episode. We enjoyed it. As always, Stu, I love you.
Love you, dog.
And remember, ducks of a feather, flock together, and we gone.